If you see, rotation of strike is something that's very important, especially once you go in. That's the time, if we can freely rotate. That's one area where we have to improve as a side, especially with the kind of reverse swing the opposition is getting. They can cramp us. Having that one fielder close to the umpire and the mid wicket, and it's exactly how you keep a field for the off spinner. And with their height, and once they keep hitting the same area, it's quite difficult to rotate, because it becomes like an instinct shot where the moment it comes to your pads you want to flick it, but the wicket doesn't give you enough pace. Initially you are able to use the pace, and the fielder is not able to get that ball, but once the ball gets old and it doesn't come on off the wicket, it becomes very difficult to just use the pace, and it's not an easy shot to play. You can't generate a lot of power. So that's the reason why we said it's very important to find ways as to how you can rotate, because that eases off the pressure off you. Not only one batsman, if both of you are doing it, then it eases off the pressure, and at the same time, you play cricket more fluently. Virat is somebody, right from the very start, not today, I'm talking about the ODIs when he started. He was always someone who was very keen on improving his game. And, even when he would get out scoring a 60 or a 70, he wanted to convert it into 100. So he was somebody who was always looking for stuff, through which he can improve. So obviously, this 100 is more experience, compared to when he scored the last 100. And also, if you see, the wickets have been very different. You can compare his hundreds to the hundreds that he scored in the Australian series. There was a bit of dew, the ball was coming on nicely to the bat, and it was big scoring games. 350. We chased down 350 twice. So that's why I felt it was an important innings, because on a slow wicket, what happens is the batsman who's set, he'll always find it slightly easy compared to the new batsman coming in and playing the big shot. So just watching how he plays his 50 to 60 and 100 to 110, because a lot of times these are the brackets where you see a lot of batsmen getting out. So once he crosses that, with the kind of mindset he has, he'll always play a big innings. On wickets like these, at times you may push the pedal thinking, we have to accelerate, but at the end of the day, 270 can also be a good score. Now with the rule changes, to some extent you may find 270 being a very good score if you bowl well, of course. But other than that, I felt he was rotating the strike really well. And again, the important thing is when you play such a long innings, the middle overs, when you put pressure on the fielders, is the key. You can't play a big innings by playing only the big shots. When you put pressure on the outfielders, slowly you get the bowlers also tired. With the amount of heat that's around, you have to put pressure on the bowlers, especially when they're fielding on the boundary, and that's how you get them tired. And when they come to bowl their second spell or third spell, they'll commit that error and give you a few balls to hit. So I felt he's very good that way, and he was just brilliant when it comes to placing his innings and how he played the full quota of overs. Well, if you see, it's a difficult one. The reason being, the nature of the wicket. On a slower wicket, it's not really easy to play the big shots, and these are the bigger outfields. And that scuffed up ball, it doesn't come off the wicket. So when you dig in shot, you have to play the big shot, and it's not easy to always clear the boundaries. So with the new rule changes, with that extra fielder outside, the batters who come after, especially after the 40th over, straight away, if they're supposed to go in and play the big shots, they'll find it difficult. And more than the short deliveries, it's the length deliveries that's more difficult to hit, because with the reverse swing, the bowlers, they can actually cramp you. And even the ones that are short, they are short enough, but they don't get to the same height, which means, you have to take that risk of playing the big shot. So it's like the new strategy that has been appointed by, that has been put by a lot of sides. Even we are doing it. Though our bowlers, they are not tall like theirs, and we can't consistently hit that area and generate the same kind of bounce. So we do find it slightly difficult, but that has been the length, saying bowl just back of a length, slip in the Yorkers, odd Yorkers at times. But as of now, on these conditions and these wickets, it's something that's really working. But it's important to be ready with a plan B, because it will work, but you don't know how long it will work, because batsmen will also look to try and get new ways of scoring runs, and you may not get the same kind of reverse swing in every game. The ball won't get scuffed up in in each and every game. So, all of a sudden when you play on a wicket, where there's a bit more pace, but at the same time, when you can use the pace of the bowlers, and smaller outfields, maybe the fast bowler will find it slightly difficult to, have the same strategy. Harbhajan, he's somebody who's very experienced. He's played a lot of games. He's someone who has done well in IPL also. So, when it comes to the bowling aspect, he has the experience, and also he's bowling well as of now. At times, we always, assess bowling in terms of wickets. If somebody is getting wickets, we say he's bowling well, but a lot of times, especially being the keeper, you have the advantage of seeing what the bowler is doing, how much he's extracting of the wicket. So I feel he's bowling really well. You are right, losing Ashwin right at the start of the series, that is a big blow, because in these conditions, especially, he's our main bowler. I can use him in the first time, I can use him in the middle overs, I can use him in the slog. Wherever I have to, he's always there. So that did put a bit of pressure on me, but it was good. Harbhajan, the way he has bowled so far in the series, that eases a bit of pressure, because I can use him in the first 10, couple of overs maybe in the first 10, and then today also I used him, in the last few, close to the 40th over onwards.